Well, what do you want, man? Guys are shooting bows at me. He tried to help. Wow, they did it. There's several times on this, I've been trying to see on Shadow of War and some other video games, when you look at the sun in the video game, it still hasn't really tricked my eye into kind of like squinting. This game has. I can feel that kind of like there's something in my eye that it reacts more like it's being hit directly by the sun than by a picture of it. It's actually really neat.
Who's that? An adversary! Try harder!
Can't try harder than falling off the cliff. Shut up. That guy's definitely dead. No.
Don't fall behind.
Well, guess what? Guess what? I want to come up with a car. Guess what? I want to come up with the car. Well, first it needs to roll. So I've got something that just looks like 4 tires on a frame. Well, now I want to make sure that it's got somewhere for them to sit. So I put fiberglass on the body and metal. Then I want to make sure doors, people can get in and out. So I put doors on it. And then I want to make sure that it runs. So I invent an engine. And I put an engine on it. And then I paint it. And then I give it to somebody and I go, look what evolved into a car. The evolutionary process brought to you by man that is based on what? God. Because I'm pretty sure he went, I got something that needs to live in the ocean. First, I'm going to need a frame. Bones. Then I'm going to need something to make it alive. A circulatory system. Lungs. Then I'm going to need to make sure that it can chew its food. I'm going to give it teeth like I've given everybody teeth. You know, every single car has a windshield wiper. Not each individual car evolved into its own fucking little thing that washes. No, one for every single car that's ever evolved itself has windshield wipers. Well, guess what? Everything that God evolved has eyeballs. It's called reusing parts. Hey, what does your Tesla use? Oh, are those headlights? Yeah, same thing on my 64 Mustang. Headlights. Reusing parts. Hey, what's that, a nose? I got a nose too. Oh, even this character guy has a nose. He even has hair. I have hair. Parts. Interchangeable, reusable parts. Just because you see evolution, that just means you found the science kit. Just because you found a nose doesn't mean we evolved a nose out of nothing, because other people have exactly the same what? Nose. It's called a grill. Do you know what else has a grill on its face? A car. Do you know what else also goes through evolution every single year? The car. So if the car, in order for it to evolve and make itself better, something had to involve itself, like a man. And in order for a man or any animal on the planet that you can go from one point it was like this and now it's like that, that doesn't disprove the scientist, you fucking retards. That just means you found a petri dish. How little are you compared to the scientist? You figured out a butterfly's different 5 million years ago. That doesn't mean God isn't 5 million years old. It's obviously great enough to make the planet. You don't think he can rack a couple years? Evolution has a fucking explanation for no God. You're out of your fucking minds. Get to know God, you won't sound that fucking stupid. Well, how'd your car get windows? Oh, evolution? You mean a man decided that he was going to put windows on it rather than a fucking rubber canopy? Yeah, so man. Well, we're made in the creator of whatever the hell made that fucking whale. Go to figure, we got a whale of experiments, whale of actual inventions. Look at the airplane. That hasn't evolved over the year. Well, go figure that our electronics evolve when we know that our planet has certain evolutionary products to it. And the thing is, that means God likes evolution. Much like we use evolution to go, this year we're going to make this car better. God was doing that. Might still be doing that. But take him out of the product, you have a car for no reason. Never had a car for no reason. Always have to have nuts and bolts. Always has to have some man put the engine in. Every single time without fail, no matter what. No matter what. It's a law.
You found it.
Oh, well, who's this?
But hey, you won't get on TV telling people that evolution is real, but just a tool of God, obviously.
She's a witch, isn't she?
A night sister. Your fear is unnecessary.
I couldn't have gotten the Astrium without her. We fought Malakos together. I trust her.
And we trust you. You will have to earn it.
Fine. You see, you didn't try anything funny.
Welcome aboard.
They like you.
I don't know what you're saying.
We gotta go to a new planet now. That's cool. And we picked up a new traveler. I thought this was gonna be the end of the game. That's probably why I got a little salty last night.
Just let me know when you want to go.
Yeah, that's like a Grand Theft Auto 5 character looking at the moon, looking at the stars, and not understanding it's a canopy of art. A Grand Theft Auto 5 person, super smart. If Neil deGrasse was on Grand Theft Auto 5, guess what he'd be saying? All his bullshit. All of it. Except there'd be somebody laughing his fucking ass off at the motherfucker. You know who? The programmer. The programmer would be listening to that stupid fuck say all of his shit about how he's so smart in the universe, blah, blah, blah. And the programmer would be sitting there going, you're an idiot. I did that. No, the ocean, I did that. Wasn't evolution, didn't take millions of years. I programmed what I wanted, and I hit the enter button because technology. Blows your mind, doesn't it? As Neil deGrasse just standing there going, so there's no life in space? No, that's an illusion. Do you know how hard it is just to operate Grand Theft Auto 5? Do you have any idea the strength of the system that you're running? That's why you can't run two games at once. The whole system is meant for Grand Theft Auto 5, but you're correct. There's stars. Can't go to them. You might be able to go to the moon, Michael. Would you like to try? Do I sound mad? Well, guess who I get to say this to? Nobody. Guess where Neil deGrasse gets to go? Everywhere. She's disproving God. They got a mic for that. You can prove it to a bunch of stupid fucks. You'll just be mad in your room proving it to yourself. It is only when you've eliminated all of the likeliest probabilities that the impossible can become possible. Sherlock Holmes says that, not because it gets you to the impossible, but because he's telling you there's nothing new under the sun, dipshit. There's no ghost, somebody fucking with you. Well, until you go to one of those stars, which God put so far out of reach to make sure we wouldn't even try it, the only life you're going to find on a star is your grandpa that died in Christ 200 years ago on his 200th year of his heaven. Now, you bunch of atheists in a rocket ship, you show up at a star that is somebody's heaven given by God. What do you think he's going to do to a bunch of atheists in a tin tube? Why don't you ask Babylon? Why don't you ask the towers in Egypt? Not the fucking pyramids, because you're too fucking stupid to figure out that's just what the rubble left. Idiot. You fucking idiot. That thing wasn't a pyramid. But you know what I gotta tell this to? Fucking nobody. I could draw a brand new fucking map, brand new fucking architecturally designed Egypt, because I don't buy that that's what that was. God don't let me buy that. God lets me know, no, they were building fucking stairways to heaven and they got fucking checked big time by God. You check the rubbles at the towers, I bet you, couple pyramids. Before they fucking bulldozed it out of the way, before somebody put two and two together, you get an atom bomb, all of that content comes falling down in the shape of what? A pyramid. Because as all that material falls on itself, it flattens, and then it starts to go off to each side, making a what? A pyramid. So keep praying for the chariots of the gods until it's 4 of them and you realize that's not a chariot, it's a horse. Those 4 ain't gods, they're horsemen. Barely on the leash by God. Barely. Shake their fucking hands. Say, where you been all my life?